hope that you're well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today we'll be doing our grade 8 English lesson on correlative conjunctions. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once you've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English Language Arts. We're doing grade 8 Advanced Writing. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to our chapter of correlative conjunction. All right. So we see that our chapter is correlative conjunction. Our subject is English Language Arts. We're doing grade 8. And then the lessons that we are doing today, we're going to use the correct pair of correlative conjunctions. So we're going to use the correct pair of correlative conjunctions. All right. So when it comes to correlative conjunctions, right? Correlative conjunctions are conjunctions used in pairs. That is why our lesson says we need to use the correct pair of correlative conjunctions. So it is conjunctions that are being used in pairs, right? and they are used to show the relationship between two equal parts of a sentence. And we see that correlative conjunctions, right, they are used in pairs and they're used to show the relationship between the two equal parts within a sentence. So we can basically say that it's like two nouns or it can be two verb phrases, right? But it will basically show the relationship between these equal parts within a sentence. Some of our common correlative conjunctions, right? So some of our common correlative conjunctions are words like maybe saying both or and. So if you're referring to more than one thing, you can say both or and, because and is also part of an addition, things that we add. Not only, but also, neither or nor, either or, whether or, and if or then. And if we look at the correlative conjunctions, right? So with correlative conjunction, if we use the first correlative conjunction, which is both or and we use not only but also, both and or not only but also, it is used to connect two things that are each true. So we said that both or and, as well as not only but also. These are used to connect two things that are seen as each being true. For example, both Natalie and I play the piano. So both Natalie and I play the piano. It basically shows that both of them play the piano, and it is true. And if you look at the next one, it says Tammy not only directed the show, but also wrote the music, meaning that she did both. And once again, we said but both and, both or and not only but also. It is used to connect sentences that shows that things or two things are each true. For example, both or both and I, or both Natalie and I play the piano. That is true because I'm telling you that both of us do that. Not, but Tammy not only directed the show but also wrote the music. It shows that Tammy did both. And then if you look at the correlative conjunction, neither nor, right? It is used to connect two things that are each untrue, meaning it's not one of that. That is what it means. It's not one of that. Neither nor. And if you look at an example, it says neither Ryan nor Emma has been to Canada. It's like saying they haven't been. Both of them have not been to Canada. So neither Ryan nor Emma has been to Canada. So basically, the correlative conjunctions neither or nor, right? That specific pair, it shows the relationship that is each untrue. It shows that two things are each untrue. It shows that both Ryan as well as Emma has not been to Canada. And then if we look at the correlative conjunction, either or, either or is used to connect two possibility or choices. Like say it's either this or it is that. So it's either this or it is that. That is basically what either or means. It's saying that it's either this or it's saying it's that. It's a choice that is given to you. That is why we're saying it connects two possibilities or two choices. And if we look at an example, right, it says either Alyssa will answer the phone or it will go to voicemail. It's a choice. It's a possibility. There's a possibility that she might answer the phone, or there's a possibility that it might go to voicemail. So that basically shows either or. And then we have lastly the not even again not last, but the correlative conjunction whether or, and it is used to connect two possibility or choices and express some uncertainty about which is true. All right. And if we look at an example, it says, I'm not sure whether Brian or Sonia borrowed my book. And we said with this correlative conjunction, which is whether or, it is used to connect two possibilities or choices and express some uncertainty about which is true. So I'm not sure whether Brian or Sonia borrowed my book. Like, I really don't know. Like, I can't even remember. That is what it means. And then lastly, we can say the correlative conjunction if or then. It is used to connect to, to connect a condition with its consequence. All right. And if we look at an example, it says if this map is correct, then Miss Perez's direction are inaccurate. So which means that if or then it is used to connect a condition with its consequence. All right. And now we're going to A plus students.ca. And we're now basically going to continue with correlative conjunctions because we said correlative conjunctions each use in pairs, right? And these pairs are used to show the relationship between two equal parts of a sentence. It's either showing the two nouns or it's showing the two verb phrases within a sentence. And some of our common correlative conjunctions are words like both or and, not only but also. And the words both or and, not only but also, it is used to connect two things that are each true. So we said we use words like we use the correlative conjunction both or and, not only but also. It is used to connect two things that are each true. All right. So one of the common related correlative conjunctions is both or and, not only but also. And we said it's basically to connect two things that are true. Then we said that the correlative conjunction not only but also, it also shows that it is true. Neither nor, it is used to connect things that are each untrue. Both of the things that is connected, it is untrue. It shows it is untrue. Either or, it is to connect either possibilities or choices. It's either this or it is that. Whether or, it is also used as choices, possibility of choices, as well as to express some of the uncertainty about which is true. And then lastly, we have if or then, which is it connects condition with its sequence or its consequence. All right, so now we're going to A plus students. Let's see A. And we're going to use the correct correlative pair or the pair of correlative conjunction. All right. So now we're going to look at a few sentences and then we're going to out test, right? All right. It says we need to complete the sentence with the better correlative conjunctions. It says though threats and tensions ran high during the Cold War, the United States. Oh, so yeah, it should be the United States, the Soviet Union ever engage in any direct, large scale fighting with each other during the multi decade conflict. So if we were to add our correct pair of correlative conjunction, we can then say neither the USA, the United States, nor the Soviet Union. All right. So basically, we said we had to add the neither nor. Cold War, neither the USA, the United States, nor the Soviet Union. Yes. The next one says most of the coins in Yoshi's extensive collections are silver, but some haven't been identified. So we see that most of the coins in Yoshi's extensive collections are silver, but some haven't been identified. Yoshi can tell me they are good, they are brass. So we need to look at our correlative, the pair, in order to complete the sentence. All right. So we said that we need to either add whether or, right? So we can say Yoshi can tell whether they are gold or they are drops. All right. So we said that we either add whether or. All right, let's do the last one and then we're going to our test. We need to complete the sentence with the best correlative conjunction. Study conducted in 2013 found that people spend a lot of time browsing social networking sites. They tend to feel more envious of others. All right, so we see that a study conducted in 2013 found that if people spend a lot of time browsing social media or social networking siting, all right. So we see that we need to either add one of our correlative conjunctions, and that is to show the relationship between the two. All right. And if we were to choose the correct option, it says here we need to add if people spend a lot of time browsing social networking site, then they tend to feel more envious of others because you are now comparing. You are now looking at a life, and you want that other life. So now we're going to our test and we are going to choose either between one of the correlative conjunctions, one of the pairs, and we're going to complete the sentence. All right, so we're going to our test. All right, so we need to complete the sentence with the base correlative conjunction. We're either going to choose whether or if then. It says each of the three angles in a triangle measures less than 90 degrees. So we say each of the three angles, in a triangle measures less than 90 degrees. So we say each of the three angles in a triangle measures less than 90 degrees, or if each, then we can say if each of the three angles is a triangle measures less than 90 degrees, then we say then that triangle is considered acute. So option two. So option two, if or then. All right. We said uncult urban agriculture. Urban agriculture is flourishing in cities around the United States. City dwellers are, do we say it is not only producing crops but also livestock, or do we say city dwellers are neither producing crops nor livestock? Many once vacant, many once vacant lots are now homes to herb and vegetable gardens as well as goats, chickens, and beehives. So we see that urban agriculture is flourishing in cities around the United States. City dwellers are not only producing crops, but also livestock. So we can say option one. All right. So this is now the end of our lesson on using correlative conjunctions. And we see correlative conjunctions, it's like using words in pairs in order to complete our sentence, right? So it's words like neither nor, either or, but also, if or then, right? And that is used, we can use that to complete a sentence. So this is the end of our lesson. Thank you very much, grade 8s, for joining the class. And I really hope you're going to have a good day further. Goodbye.